evolved from?
It's
a mystery?
Water.
Water?
Life,
So that's
water is life.
excellent.
Know?
So water
kind of started everything. The oceans.
Now that's interesting because in the Quran it tells you that every living thing is came from water.
Yeah.
So how would the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, know that?
I don't want to waste.
Why not read it?
I don't want. Yeah, I'm. You know.
Do you know?
I'm fine with Islam. It's just that I'm an atheist.
I got you. But just let me ask you real quick about being an atheist. So like, do you believe that there was no creator at all, or are you agnostic or atheist?
No, there's no creator at all.
Really? All right, take a picture.
And then I just wanted the picture of the literature.
Go for
I
it.
think this is kind of neat that you guys are
like
doing this and bringing understanding.
Yeah, building bridges.
I mean, I don't have any problem with Islam. It's just that
Excellent.
I'm not a God person.
Right, but what do you think? Like for the minimum gene concept. I mean, how would life had developed? You know, the minimum gene concept.
Isn't it fascinating how life developed on this
Right,
planet?
it is, isn't it? Right?
It's almost like a miracle, you know?
A miracle. So you believe in the unseen.
Well, I mean,
Miracles aren't scientific,
to a
right?
certain extent.
Okay, so you do
To a
believe in
certain
miracles.
extent, huh?
You believe in miracles.
No, I don't really believe
What about
in
the miracle
miracles.
of
I think
life?
It's kind of a miracle how intelligent life developed on this planet.
Excellent.
The odds, you know.
Exactly.
But,
so there's a minimum gene concept, which is that any cellular body, even a single cell organism, has to have a minimum set of genes to survive, right?
Yeah. But I believe in evolution. I
No,
believe
okay, so
that man's brain has developed
Interesting.
over thousands of years.
Okay.
You know, from just trying to survive to really having some type of intelligence and looking outside.
But let's talk about evolution,
and looking
right?
at the real world.
Excellent.
You know?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about evolution. So where did we evolve from? That's the question, right?
I mean, it's just there's a whole tree of animals that.
Okay, so where did they evolve from?
I mean, it all goes down to maybe single.
Excellent. So where did the single cell organism evolve from?
It's
a mystery.
Water.
Water.
Life,
so that's
water is life.
Excellent.
Know?
So water
kind of started everything. The oceans.
Now that's interesting because in the Quran it tells you that every living thing is came from water.
Yeah.
So how would the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, know that?
Well, I mean, that's just, I
guess?
mean, even among the Indians, water is life, water is life among everybody on the planet. It's not just, it's not exclusive to Islam.
But let's take the evolution of water to a single cell organism. How did water become a single cell organism?
Things developed in the water,
Just out of nowhere?
I'm not a microbiologist.
I know, neither am I. But just think through this, right? Like you have water at the park here, you have lakes, Oregon's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever see like a single cell organism kind of develop?
It's fascinating because I'm a full-time RVer.
Okay, so you travel a lot.
I was up in the northern part of North Dakota, and I was driving around, and I met a professor and their students from Georgia Tech.
Nice.
And they were researching high elevation small lakes, which completely freeze in the winter.
Amazing.
And then in the summer, of course, it's just water. And there's no source,
Gotcha.
It's just the melting snow or the melting water there that created it, and then it's going to freeze over. And they're researching plankton in there.
Wow.
And I thought it was fascinating.
That is fascinating.
That, life exists everywhere.
It does.
It's amazing how it's able to adapt to freezing temperatures for half the year, and yet still exists and survive. And they were loving it. They were catching it.
I'm loving it, right?
And they're tiny,
But now,
they were showing me dots in the water. Now, so exciting.
Tell me this though. In that water, does a single cell organism come by itself?
I don't know where they came from. You know, you'd have to talk to her.
So
know?
let me talk to you.
Professor Yedden from Georgia Tech.
Think of this, right?
Yeah.
Even if we take the idea of evolution, it would have to go back to a single cell organism. And the question then there would be is, where did that come from? And every evolutionist or person who pushes the idea can't really answer that, because we have water today and we never see a single cell organism come out of the water without any basis, right?
Well,
and
I mean, when you are out in nature, it's
Right.
a lot different, you know.
Of course, but
Life-
everything comes from something,
life
right?
Evolves in the most strangest areas. I was in Yellowstone. I mean, those boiling, you know,
The
cauldrons
gushers?
of water. There's bacteria in there living,
Right.
you know, and they create these marvelous colors.
But they all
And-
come from something,
Yeah, I mean, nature.
Right.
Nature is mysterious, you
right?
know?
So nature,
Yeah.
if you take that word
Okay.
and say that nature developed us,
Okay.
would you say nature has an intelligence then?
Not really.
How can something
you know?
without intelligence develop something so beautiful as you?
I know, it's pretty incredible, you know.
So
It's
how
pretty-
about I
it's
give
pretty
you
incredible.
how about I give you an idea and you tell me what you think, right?
Okay.
Instead of saying nature, why don't we say there is a creator? Because even for the single cell organism, it had to have been made with a minimum gene set.
That's a bridge too far for me.
Why not?
You know,
Let's take it step by
from
step.
Nature to creator, that bridge
Is
too
it-
far for me.
Is it really? Let's think about it,
really
right?
is.
Let's
really-
think about it.
Because
If we were randomly evolving,
because
Right?
nature exists on other planets in our solar
God-
system.
God, the
and we don't
Creator,
know if
creates
life-
above all of
life-
that.
We don't know if life has evolved there or not. I mean,
Sure.
this is a fabulous planet because it's like perfect for life, you know.
Aha.
And you look at these other planets. And
Aha.
there may be life there.
So
there
you
may
said
be
it's-
not,
you
but
said
we're
it's perfect,
researching that,
right?
Huh?
You said it's perfect.
Not, well, it's almost perfect.
Perfect for life, right? Does
for life, yeah.
does
it is.
perfection come out of chaos?
It can. It can.
Show me.
Out of the millions
Show
of
me.
planets.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If I give you some blank paper,
Yeah.
and you chaotically, randomly threw ink on it,
Yeah.
would you get Hamlet out of it?
No.
Why not?
It's not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
How can you tell me something as complicated and perfect as your body and the atmosphere came out of chaos?
Millions and millions of years.
I'll give you billions of years. Throw ink on a piece of paper and show me Hamlet.
It's you know.
It's not going to happen.
You know.
And Hamlet is not as perfect as the human body.
Okay.
Let me do this.
You know what? We're you know we
No, let's do this.
Come from two separate camps.
Why not?
And
No.
interesting to
It's not
communicate,
about
but,
camps.
you know.
It's not about camps.
Okay,
Do this. Just take a book and read it. It's a very small book.
Day today.
It will at least educate you on what we believe.